Alright, FightHype.com here with the Lane brothers, Tommy and Terry. Third annual Fallon fights. First time that both of you have been available full-time. Tommy, you were in college, I think, the previous two. How was it now putting the show together as a team?
Well, actually, the past few years, this was like the next day I would be going back to school. So I've been here, but, you know, full-time, this has been pretty successful with my brother here, Terry. So, wouldn't choose any other business partner in the world.
He was adopted.
Yep. Successful show.
We adopted him off the Willy Wonka show. Without the orange makeup, he's actually a neutral.
Successful show, and you previously spoke about the trying to follow in the old cow pasture tournament. How close are you to any, or how much attention have you gotten maybe from networks or anybody? Any response you've gotten?
Well, yeah, actually we've begun discussing this with ESPN, and I think this is something that we can get done with them. Maybe by the end of next year. It's just it's a show you can count on people to come out. You know, you're right here by the naval base. It's a nice little town, and it's a great fun show for anybody to come out and check out.
The first two took place during the Cantaloupe Festival, and then now this was the sole event tonight. Which anything you'd rather prefer it to be during the event, or have your own?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. But the city of Fallon have branded this event to something that it's just grown. To grow this much in 3 years is kind of an amazing task, and it's just going to go up from here, and I think we're going to be around for many years. So I don't really care. If they want to pair it with something else, that's great. Whatever, man. Just keep doing what they're doing because it's working.
Your overall opinion on your fighters' performances tonight, Brandon Gonzales, Otis Griffin, and just the whole card in general?
Brandon Gonzales I thought looked great. You know, Byron Missile I didn't think came to fight. I don't think he showed up to fight, but Brandon looked great and did what he had to do. And I mean, you know, the sky's the limit for him. He's a future world champion without a doubt, in my opinion. And we'll keep on working on keeping him busy and keeping him active. And building them that way. Otis, I think, has a lot to work on. The fight with Bailey was too close, and you know, a lot of the crowd thought that he did not win the fight. And you know, I'm not going to argue with the crowd. They're buying the tickets. They're the jury. But he got the victory, and he definitely needs improvement.
Jeff Mayweather now training Brandon Gonzales, approached them about it. How do you feel that that's going to bring him up to the next level?
I think, I mean, Jeff Mayweather's as good of a trainer as you're going to get, and I really like the mix with he and Brandon. I think that's a great relationship. I think the personalities go together very well. I like Jeff, and I know Brandon likes Jeff, and I think that's a recipe for disaster for others in the middleweight division.
What a sound! Yeah, sound drop that way.
Yeah.
Yep. Now Joey Gilbert under contract, and you're not afraid to put your fighters in tough fights. Now you've got him fighting September 25th against Kasim Uma. What are your expectations, and what made you you know, pull the trigger on a fight like that for Joey?
Well, Kasim has been looking to fight, but my brother put this fight together. It's a good fight for Joey. It's a good fight for Kasim. It's one of those things where, you know, both of them kind of need each other right now for their agendas in the industry. May the best man win, and may the best man go on to bigger and better things.
All right, and then Jesse Brinkley fighting Lucien Boutet, October 15th. Expectations for that card, and has there been any interest in that from a network picking it up?
I'm betting on Jesse. I'm betting on Jesse. Jesse's betting on himself. If that tells you where we're at with that.
Yeah, the network, we're still working on that. We're still working. It will be televised, and it will be on some network. Likely not HBO. Likely not definitely not Showtime. Definitely not ESPN. But there's some things in the works.
Nickelodeon's gonna pick it up.
Nickelodeon too.
For about 80%.
But no, we're working on it. It'll be on TV, and you know, Jesse had an air of confidence, and the way he spoke when he got in the ring with Curtis Stevens, that was something else. And he's talking the same way. I think. Boutet's gonna get dropped on his butt.
Exciting, flashy fighter on the undercard, Lonnie Smith. Are you looking to sign him in the future, or just use him more on the cards? And what do you think overall of the MMA bouts on the card?
Well, Lonnie is the type of guy that I think this sport should go in the direction towards. He fights with passion. He fights to win. He fights to please the fans. You know, he's not going in there to be the technically most sound guy, you know, in the world. He's not trying. And listen, fans are going to react to that. Fans are going to come and buy tickets to watch Lonnie Smith. They may not buy tickets to watch the the scientific boxer. We would love to work with Lonnie Smith. We're talking with him. I think we're going to work something out. And I mean, look out for the name. He has a huge personality, and the kid can fight. And the kid's fun to watch fight. That's what people want. They want to watch people who they like to fight, fight. And that's Lonnie Smith.
Lonnie's great, man. I mean, I just want to parrot everything Tommy said. I think boxing, the writers, the promoters, the managers, the fighters, the fans, we have to rethink the way we see the sport, okay? We can't, there are the top fighters, there are fighters that people want to see fight that are not getting the TV dates. There are promoters that are putting fights together that should be on TV that are not getting on TV. All this stuff, all these inappropriate relationships, and everybody knows who we're talking about, needs to stop.
Yeah, and
the better of our sport.
Undefeated records, please.
It doesn't mean anything.
You know, if you're going to get in there and fight with passion and fight, you know, I mean, boxing needs to change the way it's being run now, and it will, because I mean, boxing is the greatest sport in the world. But I mean, the way if it was locked as it is now, boxing's in trouble. But it'll change. And
you mix the combat sports industry by mixing MMA and boxing. Will we continue to see those kind of cards mix shows together?
I'd love to. Some of these MMA fighters, I'd love to see box, but you know what? They have heart. They train their butts off, and you know, if you make a great fight, whether it's boxing or MMA, any fight fan's gonna like it. Any fight fan's gonna like it.
All right,
you'll see it again.
Any closing thoughts on the show, and let's get on promotion?
Fight hype, fight hype.
Fight hype, absolutely. I mean, you know, one of the best boxing sites out there, and definitely thanks to the city of Fallon for making this all possible.
All right, thank you.